Okay, then. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Good evening. How are you all? Good evening, Akhilesh, Bilal, Stephen. Good evening, Utpal. Good evening, German to English. Good evening, guys. Hello, everyone. Hello. Am I audible? Can you guys please quickly confirm that? Am I audible? Am I visible? Good evening, guys. Good evening, Ajinkya. How are you? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Am I visible? Is my screen clearly visible? Can you please confirm that quickly? All good, audible, visible. Okay, that's great. Then that's great. So, first of all, guys, before we start with anything, thank you so much to all of you who have joined new and made it to 3K. Thank you so much to all of you who are there from the start. You guys are my, main support pillars. So, yep, guys, we are now a family of 3K. So, again, guys, thank you so much to each and every one of you, all the 3014 people, and all the people who will join after this. Okay. Sir, I'm in some work. Will watch. No issues, buddy. No issues, Saikiran. No issues, buddy. Completely fine. Okay. So, yep, guys. Good evening again, and thank you so much. And then now let's go on and let's start with the session, everyone. Okay. Now, because so far in 2 sessions we have completed a lot of things, right, guys? We have completed. We can actually mention it. What are the things we have completed in this project? So again, if there is someone new who is joining it for the first time, for you guys, just to let you know that we are building a nutrition tracker app where basically a person can come, register, and then log in. And after that, they can track whatever they are eating in the whole day. And then our app will show them how much protein, how much carbohydrates, how much fiber they have eaten throughout the day, and also for each food item, right? So this is what we are building, a nutrition tracker app where people can basically input whatever food they are eating, and then based on that we'll be showing them how much calories they have eaten, how much fiber, and all that stuff. And also, not for today, it will be a whole day tracking, but they can also track what they ate yesterday, what they ate day before yesterday. Of course, not the future, but the past. Definitely they can track and make it good, right? Back to home. Yes, 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 for one day I'm home, but I'll be going back again tomorrow. Basically, I'm doing some work in some other city. So yeah, then again I'll be continuing the stream from there. Don't worry, stream is not gonna stop from now on. Okay, and a lot of amazing courses are coming soon. So yep, guys, let's go. Hello, sir. I have two questions before we proceed. Yeah, Drex, go ahead and ask. Till that time, I'll mention whatever we have completed till now. So, guys, in our app from last two streams, and if you guys new, please watch the last two streams as well. So, we have completed registration of the user with proper validation in React. Okay, then we have also completed login. And also, guys, if you're new, just to let you know, the API that we are using for this application was already made in the last course. So if you're interested to know how that API was made, you can also watch my Node.js API development course. That is the place where we learned how to make this API from scratch. Okay, and again, if you just want, I'll just give you the GitHub link of the API. You can just download it and you can start using it as well. Okay, so guys, let's go, everyone. We have done registration, we have done login, then we have also done something called as, okay, I think nothing else, right? But yeah, in registration and login only we have done so many things, right, everyone? There is token authentication, right? There is logout, there is secure routing, so a lot of things are already done. Okay, yeah, we can definitely make email unique. Why not? Why not? Yes. First, why were you fetching data from local storage as JSON object rather than converting them to JavaScript object? See, in the local storage, see Rex, in the local storage of the browser, you cannot store objects. You can only store data in string format, right? So that's why when we are getting data from the API, okay, so why I was convert, okay, because that's the way, that's how you see when you write response.json in the promise, it directly gets converted to JavaScript object. So there is no way to get it as a JSON string. So when we do that fetch, right? So that fetch, and when you write response.json, you directly get a JavaScript object. So if you're getting a JS object, to store it in the browser, you have to convert it into a string. Is that clear? So Drex, when we get the response and when we do response.json, it by default converts to a JavaScript object. That's, I think, is answering your first question. The second question, I'm confused a bit in the JSX area of the private file. Why didn't you use curly brace? We can use it. We can use it. We can definitely use it. Why? Definitely, definitely. But it was only a single line of code, right? That's why it's not important. If we have multiple lines of JSX, in that case, we have to go with that. In that case, it was only a single line of code. You can see a single line, right? That's why it is completely fine. Again, remember, if it's a single line of code, no brackets are required. So it's a single line of code. It's a single condition, right? If you just go here, if you see our code, in here you can see, right? It's all a single line of code. See, it's like this. I have written in multiple lines, but it's actually a single expression. See, it's a single expression, right, Rex? You can see it's a complete single expression. If I'm writing multiple lines of this code or something like that, then I have to go for curly braces or rounded brackets depending on what I'm writing. But you can see it is a single line of code. It's a single expression. Is that clear, Drex? Getting my point, buddy? Otherwise, if we put this in curly braces, then after that, again, we're going to be getting JSX. So again, we have to put round brackets. So a lot of lines, a lot of returns will be there. That's why, because it was a single expression, no need of brackets. Is that clear, buddy? Hope you're getting the point. And just to make it look simpler, we did it this way. Just to make it look simpler. That's all. But again, it's just a single expression only. Okay. In the user logger. Okay, where did I use it like that? Which question are you talking about? Is it your first question, Drex, or second question? In the user logger, like you're talking about this one. So again, right? See, inside this logged user, we want a JavaScript object so that we can use it. Correct? Inside this logged user, we want a JavaScript object so that we can use it without any issues, right? So whenever we are getting the data, okay, talking about this. You're talking about this. Why we didn't convert it into... Okay, you're talking about why we didn't convert it into... Okay, I think it's still a string maybe. Because we have not used this data till now, right? So we might have to convert it. We are yet to convert it. Okay, because we have not used it till now. Is that clear? We have not used it, right? So when we try to use it, you will see it is still a string. So we still have to use it. Is it clear, buddy? I hope you're getting my point. Now see if I'll show you it. Let me just, go ahead and, just print this quickly. Let's see what kind of type it is having. Because see, last time we logged in, so the token should be there. Okay. So let's just do a console.log quickly. Just to see in which format it is getting printed. Console.log. Logged user. So you can see, right? Let's see. Let's run this application quickly. I think it's already running. Let's see it here. Okay, initially it's null. I think I deleted the token last time. Okay, let's me quickly log in. I think last time I deleted the token, right? We did log out last time, I think. Yeah, we did log out. So yeah, it's gone. The token is gone. So let me quickly go ahead. Hi, positive. Hi, Hanuman. How are you guys? See, so right now it's only your, and now let's close the browser and let's load it again. Let me just quickly take the URL. Yeah, little too early for today only. Only for today. That's it. Only for today. Okay, now let's check the console once. You can see, right? Drex, it is getting printed as a string only. So we have not converted it yet. So yeah, definitely we have to convert it. Is that clear? You can see it is getting printed as string. So when the application is loading, we are printing this logged user and you can see it's getting printed as string. So yeah, we actually forgot last time. We didn't use it yet, right? That's why. If we wanted to use it, then it might have given some error to us. See, we have not used it yet. So yeah, let's go, guys. See, everyone. In this use state, we are getting this local storage. We know that whatever you get from local storage, it is simply a string, right? And we want to use it as an object. That's why it's very important to convert it. JSON.parse. Right? And now if you refresh the application, here we go. Is it cleared? Now it's cleared, right? So yeah, we actually last time we didn't do it because there was no need last time. Now we're going to be using it. So now we are converting it. So guys, whatever we have stored in the local storage, while we are getting it to store it in the state variable, we are again converting it to parse. So while storing, we converted it to string. While getting it back, we are again parsing it. Is that clear, guys? Hopefully. Nice and simple. Okay. I have a login API, so can you help me how to implement login through OTP if registered, then go to profile section, else registered, and then yeah, we can do that, Dharendra. We can do that. If you can give me your requirement, then maybe I can directly help you, or if you want, I can also make a video on it. Definitely, Dharendra. Definitely, we can do that. So, guys, everyone, can we move ahead now? Ready? Let's go. Are we excited for today's session, guys? Let's go. Let's go. Now we have converted this. Last time we didn't do it because there was no need. We didn't use it yet. Now today we're going to be using it. Today we're going to be using this logged user to display data here and there. That's great, Beauty. That's great. Beauty is hell. Okay, that's great. First time attending live, no, very few concepts will check. Yep, definitely, definitely. And also don't forget to join live. Okay, and yeah, don't worry. Again, we're going to be starting from basics in few weeks. So no issues. You can again join the live stream, and thank you so much for joining. So guys, see now. Now the case is that if we go, okay, but wait, when we refreshed, why did we get back? Last time we solved it, right? Wait. Is there some bug in the application? Why after refresh we are getting back? Did we get it back or did I log out? Yeah, okay. It's working. If I go back again, yeah, it's working, guys. It's working. Okay, I actually directly opened the login page. That's why. Okay, so guys, all set, everyone. Now then, we need to make this page beautiful, and now we have to start with the tracking logic. So guys, now see again, just to mention what we have done till now. So now registration is done, login is done. Okay, all the basic validations are done. Okay, and after that, our route protection is also done. That means no one can access without login. Okay, now today we need to make something called as search of food item. So food item search we have to make. Then we also have to make something called as track a food item. Okay, then we also have to make something called as track whole day food. And finally, one more we have to make is something called as track any date food. Basically, if I select, okay, give me what I ate yesterday, we should get that. So guys, these are all the things we have to do, right? So we have completed the first 4 now, and now it's time to do the next 4. So guys, ready everyone? Shall we move ahead? Let's go. Good evening, Kanan. Good evening, buddy. So guys, let's go and let's create the option of searching the food. As registration, login, validation, and route protection is done, now we don't have to worry about registration and all that stuff. It's all set. It's all good. Okay. So now let's go with searching a food item. Guys, shall we? Let's go. So now for that, guys, what we'll do is, we'll go to the track page here. Okay. And we don't need this demo component anymore. See, last time, guys, we created this demo component just to test. Now let's remove this demo component. Okay, we don't need it anymore. So let's remove the demo component and let's remove the link for demo. We don't need that component anymore. And also let's remove the route for demo component. We don't need that anymore as well. Okay, because yeah, it's not important now. So now guys, let's go and let's start. Okay, cool then. Okay, let's close the private. Let's go close the header and let's start styling the track page quickly. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's start. So first of all, from here, we don't want the header. We will need the header afterwards, but right now we don't need the header. Okay, there's some issue as well. What is that issue? Okay, the import. We have done some import maybe. Yes, this demo. We don't need it anymore. Yep, now it's gone, all set. And now then, guys, let's go and let's start styling the track page. Everyone, let's go. So let's remove everything and let's start working from scratch. So first of all, I'll need a section here. Okay, guys, we are working on this page now. Okay, so section, let's give it a class of container, something like that. And you can see as soon as I gave the class of container, we got this, right? We have already worked with this, right, guys? In our whole application, we have a container div which simply does this: height 100 VH, width 100%. So basically, we get a black box with 100% height and 100% width of the screen. Correct? Simple. Now inside this, we can start coding. So the first thing that I want to create here is a search box in which the person will go and start searching for food. Is that clear, guys? Everyone? Shall we? Let's go. Let's go. So let's create a search box here first of all. So I'm going to create a div first. And also, let me say that this is a track page container. So track container, something like that. So that, if needed, we can also style this box in our own way only for this component. That's why I'm giving it one more class, so that if I want to style this particular container only for this component, we can do that. So one separate class. So first, I'm going to create a div and I'm going to give it a class of search. Okay, let's start working, guys. So in this case, let's again go to app.css. Let me write track page CSS. Okay, and now dot search, SEARCH search. Let's give it a width of 100% and padding top bottom of 10 pixel, right left 0 is fine for now. And for now, just give it a background color of gray. Let's see, here we go. You can see that, right? It's in center. Now this is what I don't want. I don't want things to be in center for this page. I want things to start from starts from top. So now see why it's happening, because container is having align item center by default. Your container is by default having, let me just zoom it for you. Your container, I hope that was also visible, right? Yeah. So your container is by default having align items of center. That's why I have given one separate class to it. So by using that class, I can change this CSS if I want. So let's go here, dot track container, align items, flex start now. So I want things to start from top. Here we go, guys. You can see that. All set. So can we have Bootstrap? Yeah, definitely we can add Bootstrap. In this case, see, it was the first project that we were making. It's a beginner project. That's why I'm not using all that Bootstrap stuff as of now. I'm going with the basic approach. But maybe in the next week, when we are creating the next project, we might go to adding Bootstrap and, doing some advanced things as well. Okay. So in this, yeah, but definitely we can use it. Beautiful shape. We can definitely use it. Sorry, beauty is help. Yeah, sorry. We can definitely use it. Okay. So guys, now inside this, I want to create a search box. So let's close all these pages, guys. We don't need them anymore. Let's close all of this. Okay. Now inside this, I simply need a very simple search box. So input type, let's call it as search. Again, it will do nothing, guys. It's simply input box only. Placeholder search food item. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. You have the box, guys. Let's give this class as well. So class of search hyphen inp, that is search input. And let's apply some CSS to this input element as well. So for that, search inp, width of 100%, height of 45 pixel, and text indent of 10 pixel. You can see that, right? And now I don't want this extra border and all that stuff. So first of all, outline none. So that's gone. And also border radius a little bit. So border radius of 5 pixel. Okay, and also the border. So for that, border something like 1 pixel, solid gray. Okay, now it's completely fine. Is that clear, guys? Yes, only for today. Only for today. May I know? Only for today. Only for today. That's all. Only for today. And now, guys, we can text indent is something which helps a text to take gap from the border. You can see, right? If I zoom it for you, you can see. Now I have given some gap from the border of the text box to the text. You can see there's some gap between them. So that gap is created using something called as text indent. The space from the border. So basically the space that is created between the text, between the start of the text and the border. That's what we call as indentation, right? Like for example, in the editor, when you do tab or when you do space, that's indentation. That means the, longer or the away you go from the border, that's what indentation means. from the start. So this is all indentation, which is nothing but space between. So if I go ahead and write A and see if I give space, that means I'm indenting that A. I'm indenting that A from the border. Is it clear? That's what text indentation means. Just moving the text away from the border. That's all. Indentation. Exactly, kind of padding. But padding adds extra size to the element. Indentation doesn't add any extra size. That's the difference. Indentation is purely for creating gap. That's all. Padding adds the extra size. I hope you remember, guys, in our CSS, we understood all this stuff, right? In the CSS course. So yeah, all good now. And now we can remove that, that color, gray color. We don't need that anymore. Or if you want, also, something like, you can just give it a padding 10 pixel from left, right as well. And you can also give it a border radius. I don't want to give it, just checking it out if it is looking good. No, not looking good at all. So let's remove this color and all that. We don't need it anymore. Okay, cool. Here we go, guys. So now we have this search food item box over here, and that's amazing. And it's not working anymore, but we have to make it work. Don't worry. So we will make it work. Don't worry. Okay. Cleared, guys, everyone? Hopefully. Okay. Now, guys, see what I want here. Please focus, okay? What I want. My logic is, as soon as I start typing, let's say I'm typing C. So all the food items who have C in their name, I want them to appear here. Now my API is in that way only. See, in our API, let me show you first. In our API, okay, let me just put this window here only. Yeah. See, this is the endpoint we need to call. Okay. In this name, guys, you can pass any keyword as data. So in this name, in this parameter, you can pass any keyword as data. That's how this API is made. Okay. And again, guys, as a front-end developer, you don't have to worry about how the API is working. Okay. So if you call this URL foods / let's say C, so all the food who have C in their name will pop up. If you type CH, all the foods who have CH in their name will pop up. That's how this endpoint works. So you don't have to exactly pass the food name. You just have to pass some part of it. Like let's say if you pass chicken, so chicken curry, chicken masala, different chicken dishes will come up. Getting the point, guys? So this area is not exactly for food name. It can be any name, like half just chicken. Okay, or you just pass rice. So rice, masala rice, steamed rice, jeera rice, all the different kinds of rice will come up. Yep, regex is done in the API. So guys, again, if you have not seen the API, it's okay, but internally in the API, this feature is made. Okay, so you don't have to worry. As a developer, you just have to know that you have to pass some random name and anything related to that name will come up. Is that cleared, guys? Everyone? Hopefully we are clear. And see, right now our database is not very big, so we don't have that many food items, but I hope you understand, guys. In future, if you want, you can add hundreds of food items in your database. Getting my point, guys? Right now for testing, we only have around 5 to 10 food items. Okay, but in future, you can add hundreds, 200, thousands of different food items. I hope you're getting my point, guys. Okay? Hopefully. So let's go. Let's call the, and now see, guys, what we want to do is, as soon as I start typing in this field, like for example, I type CH. So basically this text will go as a parameter for this URL. That's what we want to do. Is that clear, guys? Understood the logic? We need to call this endpoint to get the food items based on that name. So whatever we are writing in this field, based on that, we need to perform a search option. Is that cleared, guys? And also let me just increase the font size of this a little bit. Is this font size? Let's quickly go ahead. It's looking very small. I know that it's looking very small. I know. So font size of something like, let's say 18 pixels. Okay, so you can see now. I hope now it's a little bigger so you can see it properly. Okay, all set? Okay, cool. Perfect. Now then let's go, guys. So now we need to do this feature. So let's go. First of all, let's move all this. We don't need it here anymore. We'll add it whenever we require it. Okay. And now, guys, first of all, we need to track its value. Now, the best part is we know how to track values of input fields, right? Everyone, we have already learned that. Yes or no, guys? We have learned, right, how to track input fields value, how to extract input field value. We have learned that. Now, in this case, because we have done registration, we have done login, and there we have already done it. But here it's going to be a little different. So let me show you how. Because see, What I want here is, as soon as I start typing, that time only I want it to send a request to the API and get the data for me. So if I type C, get me all the food items related to C. If I type H, get me all the food items related to H. So whatever I type, based on that, I should get the data. That's my idea. That's the idea. Okay, so let's go. So now we are going to be creating a function, and let's call it as function search food, something like that. Okay, and here guys, we'll be having event object, just like we always have. Okay, and then this function will be called whenever a on change is performed on this field. So as see, now to just confirm, whenever I type in this field, the search food will be called, right? And guys, see, as I always tell you, that right now the search food is attached to an event. So this search food function is actually an event listener, correct? It's an event listener, and every event listener always has access to the event object. Again, guys, it is just a JS concept. I hope everyone who is watching from start, they know this. And guys, if you're new, if you don't understand all these event topics and everything, that means first you have to learn a little bit of JavaScript. What about everyone else, guys? Are you guys understanding what's going on here? So now guys, just the way we did for the login and we did for the registration, same here, we know that to extract the value of the text box, we use the event, which is the event object dot target, right, which gives the access to the input element, right? It will give us the input element, and then dot its value. So from the event object, get its target, which is the input box, and from that dot value, that means whatever I am typing, right? We know this. Everyone, please tell me, guys, and let's print it and see first of all if it is working or not. So let's go. Let's go. Let's open the console and let's type A. See that, guys? Whatever I'm typing, I'm getting that. Are we cleared, guys? Everyone, whatever I'm typing, we are getting that. Hopefully it's cleared. Now our job is to simply send the data that we are getting to the API. That's our job, to send the data that we are getting to the API, to this particular API, and get the food items related to that name. So guys, let's go, everyone. Noise coming? Okay, wait a little bit. Just give me a second. I'll solve it for you. Just give me a second. Wait. Now, actually, there's some construction going on around my house. There's a big building that they are making, and that's why I think it's a continuous noise coming from there. I hope it's now fine. Now it's fine, everyone. Hopefully it's fine now. Yeah, no, we don't need that because we don't have any button, right? We are not using a form, or we don't have any button. So yeah, no need, Akhilesh, no need. See, we are not going to be submitting this form. We are not going to be, using any form or submission or something like that. So we don't need prevent default. Until and unless we are clicking a submit button, which is refreshing our page, we don't need any prevent default, right? At that time there, when we were submitting the form, it was refreshing the page. That's why we needed prevent default. Is that clear, buddy? Hopefully it's cleared now. Okay. So now then, guys, let's go. Let's call the API here. Now we are getting the value. So let's call the API. So fetch. Let's take the URL from here only. So this is the whole URL. Let's take it, pass it here, and guys, see, instead of this, now we know we have to pass the name that we are getting, food name. Okay, so here we'll be passing, let's convert it to a string templating of JavaScript. Okay, so now here we need to pass that variable. So dollar, that variable was event dot whatever I'm getting from the text field, target dot value. Is that clear, guys? Do all food websites mostly Stephen, mostly yes. In this case, we have our own API, but generally there are a lot of tons of free APIs and paid APIs available for food items. They have thousands and thousands of food into their database. You can also create your own API. Why not? You can, if you collect that much data, like 10,000, 20,000 food items, you are good to go for creating an API. You just need a proper budget and a proper server. You can create your own API and launch it, and you can also earn money from that. Why not, Stephen? Yes. So yeah, definitely that's possible. So yeah, these food websites also sometimes they use API, sometimes they create their own database as well. Depends. So now guys, we are calling this API, and which kind of request is it? You can see it's a GET request. Okay. And see guys, first thing, if it is a GET request, you don't have to mention method get. But generally, I like to mention it. By default, if you don't mention any method, it's get only. Okay, but I'm mentioning it. It's completely fine. Just giving you an idea that you don't have to mention if it is get. Now, guys, the most important thing. Okay, can we cache the items to say? Yeah, definitely we can do that. Yes. Yeah, that's possible. Now, guys, here, see the main thing, everyone. I have marked this as green. That means this is a secured endpoint. That means to access this endpoint, you need to send a token. Is that clear, guys? Okay, so now we have to send a token here. Every time we have to give event. Yes, mostly yes, beauty is help. Yes, definitely. You have to give whenever, see in React, mostly whenever you're reading value from input field, you are going to be using the event object only in most of the cases. Because here we don't do DOM manipulation. So we don't use the document object and all that stuff, right? So mostly you have to go with that. Okay. Caching items simply means once you get the data, you keep it in your, client PC only, so that you don't have to call the server again and again. So kind of that stuff. In this case, we are not doing that because we have less items. But yeah, in future projects, we can definitely see how to cache items and all that stuff. So guys, have we cleared everyone? Now see, we need to send a token. Now you tell me, do we have the token available? Guys, remember, when we log in or when we load our web page, we load everything from the local storage, correct? And we know that in the local storage, okay, now I'm not printing it here, but let me just, print that quickly. We know that in the local storage, we have that token with us, right? Just showing you to print it, just printing it to show you. That's all. So let's just, go ahead, logged user. Okay, refresh the page. See that? So this is the token we have. So that means in this logged user variable, we have this token that we need to send. Is that clear, guys? We have this token that we need to send. Simple idea. So let's go, guys. Let's go. Now, guys, see this logged user. It's a context variable. It's a context data. So we can get it in any component. Right now, we need it here. So, guys, we need to use the context, right, everyone? So first, we need to import the context in which it is stored. You can see last time only we did it. We are storing this logged user in a context called as user context. So we need to first of all import that user context. And to extract data from context, guys, which hook do we use? Everyone, which hook do we use in this case? Use context. And now to extract data, let's go. We'll call it as log data. Log data equals use context user context. Okay, that's it. So now in this log data, we should have this property and this property as well. So from this property, we can extract the token. Okay, so let's go. And guys, if you don't know context, please understand that this is a project we are making after learning the whole React just before this. So if you don't know context and how it works, please watch my React complete course and then you can completely understand all this. Very easy. Okay. So now guys, inside this log data, first of all, we'll have this property logged user. See, we are passing this whole object into context, correct? So in that we have two things, this property, this object, and this function. That means when we extract data from that context, in this variable, we are going to be getting this whole object. So from this whole object, we need this object. Inside that, we have this token. So let's go. For everyone who is here from the start, I hope you're getting the point. And for everyone who are new, please watch the previous sessions as well. Okay. So let's go, guys. You need to send the token. So guys, to send the token, remember, you're always going to be using a header. Okay. And the header name will be authorization. This is the header name, authorization, by which you send tokens. And inside that, guys, you have to mention bearer, space, and then your token. So which is coming from log data dot logged user dot token. Okay, everyone. See, inside logged user, you have this whole object, which inside this you have the token. So logged user, inside that you have token. So logged user dot token, and logged user right now is inside the log data. So log data dot logged user dot token. Okay, and that should be it, guys. That's all. It's a get request. It's marked green. That means you have to send token, and I think that is all. No need, you don't need anything else. So let's get it. Dot. Then. Wow. Why the then option not? Yeah, here we go. So dot then. Here we'll get the crude response. So response, and we'll convert into JSON to extract data. So JSON. And here we'll extract the actual data coming from there. So data. And now we can see, guys, what we are getting here. So console.log the data. And if there's an issue, dot catch the error and just log the error for now. You can also use async and await here, guys. Completely fine. Okay. So let's go. So now see, guys, you can see it here. If I go ahead and now if I just do see guys, we got 4 items. And you can see chicken curry, chana masala, fish curry, butter chicken. All of them have C in them. If I type CH, so now I get again 3 items only. Chicken curry, chana and butter chicken. So it has CH, CH, CH. If I type CHI, so now I only get 2 items. In that you have chicken and chicken. Is that cleared, guys? Is it working properly or not? You tell me. Guys, so every type I type something. Now, if I type something that we don't have, so we'll get a blank array. You can see food item not found. You get that. Is that cleared, guys? Everyone understood what's happening? Completed second part right now, I think late. No, not a lot of late. We have just created this field and only we are just reading the field and calling the API endpoint. That's it. So guys, everyone, please confirm that. Are we cleared with this? What's happening? So now we have an input field. And when I start typing in that input field, okay, what we do is we extract the input field's value and we call that API. Is that clear, guys? Everyone, please tell me. Guys, please tell me. Are you all cleared? Guys, can you please confirm that, guys, everyone? Quickly. All set? Yes, I have done that. I have given him a timeout. So hopefully, guys, please, please, buddy, don't put any wrong chats. Please don't do that. Okay. Why the plus symbol? Because that's how in JavaScript you concatenate string and variable, right? So this is a variable. See, either you do this. This is one way, string templating, or you do this. Here also you can do string templating if you want. Why not? So plus is to concatenate simply your variable and your string. But here you also you can do this if you want. It's one and the same thing. Okay. So either you go with string templating or you go with traditional JavaScript method of plus, string plus variable. So guys, just to refresh, once again, what we are doing here is we have an input field. As soon as I start typing in that input field, I extract the value of that input field from the event object and I pass it to this API endpoint. I pass that value. This API endpoint takes that value, sends a request on the server and gets the food items related to the text which I have typed. Is it cleared, guys? What's happening here? Can you please confirm that quickly? Are we cleared? No German to English. In JavaScript, we use plus to concatenate string and variables together. But yeah, in here we can also use plus for addition, definitely. So guys, understood how this is working? Now our job is to display the data we are getting here. See, if I type ch, so now our job is to display the data that we are getting here in here as a box. Is that clear, guys? So that user can click on any one of it, like, okay, I'm eating this one. And then our job is to show them, okay, this is what you're eating. So yeah, these are the properties of that item. And how much you have eaten. Tell me the quantity. Is that cleared, guys? Everyone? Yes, kind of, kind of. So guys, can you please confirm that quickly? Are we cleared? Everyone, are we cleared with this? What's happening here? Please, can you confirm that? Come on. So that we can move ahead to the next endpoint, because the next endpoint that we need to call is the track, in which we'll send which user has eaten which item on which date in how much quantity. So we have all these things to send now. Okay, yes, for displaying. So now we need to display that as well, right? So that user can select. So let's go, guys. Let's first of all display. Before calling any more endpoints, let's display. So for that, guys, very simple. We'll create a state variable. So const, let's call it as food items, or you can, whatever you want to call, you can call it. So let's call it as something like, foods. Okay, foods or food items will be much better name, right? Food items, and let's call set food items. And guys, initially it will be a blank array. So use state. Initially it will be a blank array. Okay, nice and simple. And now, guys, once we get this data, we know that this data, guys, is nothing but what? A row of elements, an array of elements. So whatever this we are getting, an array of elements, this data, we'll directly set this data to this food items variable. So as soon as we get this, we'll do set food items, and inside that we'll pass this data. So whatever array we are getting from API, we pass that array into the state variable. Why in the state variable? So that we can easily display it now. Because if it is in the state variable, we can go ahead now and we can use that variable to display our data. Is it cleared, guys, everyone? Are we all cleared? Quickly confirm that once. Are we all cleared here, everyone? Hopefully. Okay, all set with this? Nice and simple. Good. Okay, so all set. Now let's go ahead and guys, and let's start displaying that as well. So in this food items array, in this food items variable, we have this whole data, all of it. Okay, so now our job is to display it. So let's go and create a box just below the input. Div, let's give it a class of search results, in which we'll display the search results. Okay. Yes. Use state is used to create a variable, may I know. Use state is used to create a state variable, so that we can store data in that. Now in that state variable, you have the data. So we'll use that state variable's data to show the, items. That's it. So now, guys, let's go. Let's go and let's start. So for that, first of all, here we'll perform some map logic, right? Guys, we have learned, right, in React only, we have learned how to display data from an array. See, remember, we are getting an array from backend, array of elements. And inside this, we are storing that. That means inside this variable, we again have array of elements. Right, guys? We had a separate session for this, where we called the API, got some data, and displayed it. Same logic here. Now in this variable, we have an array of elements. And now we'll use map to display it, the way we learned. So food items dot map. I don't know why my shortcuts are not working, but it's okay. And let's call it here as item. Okay. And that should be it. And now we'll do a return. For every item, we're going to creating a div to which we'll give a class. Okay, first of all, guys, I would like to style this box search results. Let me quickly style it first. So dot food items. Okay, width of 100%. No height actually. I just want to give padding. So padding top bottom of 10 pixel, left right of 5 pixel. And for now, background color of gray. Okay, you can see it somewhere. It should be somewhere here. Let me just see if it is there. Okay, it's sorry, it's search results, not food items. It's search results. Sorry, wrong name. Okay, here we go. You can see that box, right? So inside this box, I want to display that data. Okay, and I also want a little gap between them. So for that case, I'm simply going to have a little bit of margin top. So search results will have a margin top of 10 pixels. And here you guys see that. That's what I wanted. Okay. And now inside this, I'm going to be displaying my results. Okay. So let's perform the map now. Now it's okay. We can go and perform the map. So map and return div or p item or anything. So in this case, we can just simply return a p. That should be it, because we're only displaying names. That's all. So simple p tag. We'll give it a class of item. And inside this, we just want to display the name. So item dot name. Food name. That's all. And guys, remember that whenever we perform map to the parent element or the element which you are returning from the map, you should give a key always. Otherwise, there will be an error. So for that reason, we'll give key, and the key will be nothing but food items ID. So item, you can see, right? First of all, let me show you. What are you getting inside an item? Inside item, you get name of the food which you want to display, and also you can see ID. But ID is underscore ID. So we'll use this ID to display as a key. So item dot underscore ID. So guys, are you getting what's happening here, everyone? Okay. So food items, which is the array. Inside that we have all the food items. So map through food items, and every single time one food item will come inside this array, inside this variable, right? So first, this whole object will come inside this item. Then next, this whole object. Next, this whole object, one by one. And then I'm displaying item.name and putting key as item.id. Okay. We don't have an image in this. That's the issue. Actually, we didn't add an image. We don't have a food image. Okay. I think I've added. See, wait. Yes, guys, I am sorry. While creating the API, I didn't do it, but now I have added. You can see I have added the image URL. So yeah. No, but right now I don't want to show the image URL. I will show the image URL only when I display it. Right now, it's just a search result. We'll show it. Okay. So guys, again, I have also updated the API with the image URL. So you can get the current version of the API from my GitHub. Okay. I have also added a property called as image URL, in which I just have a image link. Okay. In React, whenever you perform map, you have to pass a key so that the virtual DOM understands this element uniquely. Otherwise, there will be an error. Okay. And beauty's help, if you want to understand this properly, there is a separate lecture where I have taught how to build UIs in React. You can understand it there. I have explained it in depth. Okay. So we just pass a key to the element so that the virtual DOM of React can identify this element uniquely. So guys, understood what we are doing here, everyone? Can you please confirm that quickly? So now see, if I start typing C, see that, everyone? We got all the names, right? CH, CHI, cut. But when you cut everything, you get everything back. We don't want this. Like when everything is gone, I don't need anything like this. Is that clear, guys? Everyone got the idea? Please confirm that. So when you don't pass anything, in that case, you get all the food items. When you don't pass anything in the block, in the text box. So I don't want that. So for that case, guys, what we'll do is we'll simply go here and we'll say that run this whole logic only if event.target.value is not equal to blank. That means only if it is not blank, then run this logic. Otherwise, don't even run this logic. So putting this whole thing in a condition now, that perform this operation only when we have some data in the text box. So now you'll see, if I refresh my page and type C, okay, fine, CH, fine, cut. It's okay, it's working. But the issue is this box is not going away. This box should go away. Okay, you don't get null, Utpal, you get empty. You can also check like multiple things there. You can also do this. If event.target.value.length, right? If there's no value, length will be 0. So only if it is not equal to 0, then do this. One and the same thing, right? So not blank, or the length of the text which you're typing in the input field should not be equal to 0. So one is the same thing. See that? But now guys, when everything goes away, wait, I did a mistake there. Yeah. When everything goes away, what I want is this box should also go away. Right, everyone? So for that case, what can we do? We can ask this box, this whole div, to be only displayed if we have some data in that array. So we have to put a condition actually. We have to put a condition. So again, guys, to put a condition, we need this. And now here we'll write if food items dot length is not equal to 0. That means only if the food items array has something, then only display this. Otherwise, nothing, null. So if food items dot length is not equal to 0, then display this whole search result. Otherwise, don't even bother to display the search results. So now, if you go ahead and check, see now, CH, fine, cut. It's not going away, but okay, my array is not getting cleared. Okay, that's the issue. Wait, let's go and check what this data is giving us. Because once the data is set, it's not going away. Let me just see. Console.log the data. Okay, see, okay, we're getting 4HI, we get all that. Cut. Okay, but when we cut it, okay, the old array is not getting empty. Okay, so guys, the logic is if there is some value in the input field, then perform the search. Otherwise, just make the array empty. So set food items again to a blank array. Because if you're not typing anything in the input field, why will I want my array to have some data? Getting the point? That's why we'll make it blank. So if you're not typing anything in the input field, my array should be blank. See, the logic is when you type something, you get the data, you fill the array. When you cut everything, fine, data is gone. But what about the array? You have not cleared the array. And because you have not cleared the array, this thing is still visible. Is that cleared, guys? Everyone? That's why. So now you'll see, it should be fine. CH, cut, and gone. Right? CHIC. Okay. Why I'm doing this mistake again? CHIC. See? Is it cleared, guys? Everyone? But you see, you get a very big error when you don't have anything in that particular array. Okay? So when I type something like which I don't have, like something like this, see? Why? Because from the backend, you're getting an object, food item not found. And you're saying here that whatever data I get from the backend, I'm setting it to food items. Food items initially is an array. So see guys, till the time you're getting data, like, okay, fine, I'm getting an array. Set this array into this variable. Right, everyone? Okay, fine. If I type ch, nice. Set this array into this variable. That's what we are doing, right? Set the food items with this data. That means with this data. Now, if I type something wrong, in that case, guys, if I type something wrong, we don't get an array anymore. We are getting an object. And now we are setting this object in this food items. That's something we want to avoid. Is that cleared? So we need to be confirmed, guys, that if this data is an array, then only perform set food items. Otherwise, don't perform set food items. Is that cleared, guys? Everyone? That means if a message property is coming, in that case, we don't want to perform set food items. So for that, guys, yes, exactly. One more if else. If data dot message is equal to undefined. If it is not there, then only perform set food items. Otherwise, don't perform this. Is that cleared, guys? Everyone? Understood? So now you'll see. CHI, all good. If I type something wrong, it's okay. Nothing is happening now. All is fine. You're just getting not found. That's all. That's okay. That's what we wanted. Is that cleared, guys, everyone? At least there is no error, there is no crash anymore. Is it cleared, guys, everyone? Can you please confirm that? Are we cleared with this? Please confirm that quickly, guys. Okay, and also here we'll make the array empty again. So basically the logic is, if it is undefined, then set the array. If something comes up, if there is a message like not found, so again set it to blank array so that everything can get reset. Okay, so now guys, this is the final logic. So if you're getting a message, so set the food items to blank array. That means there's nothing. If you're not getting a message, that means you're getting some array, some data from the backend. So set that. Simple logic. And also for the field, if you're writing something in the field, then do this. Otherwise, again reset it to blank array. Yeah, we can show that. Don't worry, I'll show that. I'll show that as well. So now guys, see. Okay. Akhilesh, understand, buddy. What are we getting in this data? Understand that. Focus on that, buddy. Focus on that. That is very important. What are you getting in this data? See, what are you getting in this data? When you type something correctly, like C, you get an array. Correct? When you type CH, you're getting an array. That means until you write things correctly, you get an array. If I type something wrong, you get an object which says message not found. That means you get this message property only when you do something wrong. So I'm saying that perform this set food items to the data which I'm getting. See, so initially in the data, you are getting an array of 4 items. Then you got an array of 3 items in this data. But when you type something wrong, in this data, you get an object. So do we want to set this object to my array, to my food items? No, we don't want this. We don't have to display this anywhere. So why? Initially, I'm setting arrays. Why would I set object? So I'm simply saying, if there is no message, that means if data.message is undefined, that means we are not getting anything like message. That means we are definitely getting an array. Because there are only 2 options. Either you're going to be getting an array of elements or you're going to be getting a message. So if there is no message, that means you're getting an array. So set that. If there is a message, that means set it to blank. Is it cleared now, Akhilesh? Got the idea, buddy? What's happening here? Can you please confirm that? You got the idea here? Understood now? Undefined means if it is not there. Simple logic. So if this data property is not having the message, that means you're having an array. If it is having a message, that means you're not having an array. Because that data is either going to give you array or whole message. Is it cleared, buddy? Okay. So guys, see, some technicalities, that's all. You know, that's what happens when you go so in depth about all these things. Okay. So now guys, it should be perfectly working fine. So CH, here we go. Cut, all goes away. Something wrong. Okay, it's okay, fine. Something wrong, you can also display a message that food item not found. We can do that. Definitely we can do that. Why not? Okay. So we can display a message that food item not found. But we'll do that at the end. After some time, we'll do that. So guys, are we cleared with this? Can you please confirm that quickly? Are we cleared with this, everyone? All set? Okay, all nice and simple. No big deal. Hopefully. Now then, let's go. Okay. Yep, that should be nice. Now, what we want to do next is, when I type like this, now if I click on chicken curry, here we should get the data of chicken curry. Everything about chicken curry, the image, nutrients, and a button for track this food for me, like that. Okay, let me answer a question, guys. If I'm building a food website, is it advisable for me to use public food API for my research food bar or how? Yes, yeah, definitely. You can use free APIs for basic stuff. If that API is giving you everything that you need, it's okay then. Otherwise, there are a lot of paid APIs as well, which give amazing data. Like there is something called as Spunacular. I have heard of it. So there's a site called as Spunacular. There's also a site called as Nutri. I forgot the name. Some name it was Nutrify or maybe I forgot the name, nutrition. I forgot the name, but if you search for it, there's an API like that. Okay. So yeah, you can make use of free APIs. Completely fine, buddy. So guys, should we do that, everyone? Should we click on chicken curry and display data here? And see, guys, please understand the point here. We are making a really, an app from scratch. So some things, some technicalities might be a little, challenging initially. But don't worry. Don't give up on that. Ask me, I'll make you understand that. Because we are making a kind of a decent project. It's not very big, but it's still decent. It's of a decent size. Okay, so guys, let's go now. All set, amazing, let's go. And also guys, if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. Okay, let's try to reach 4K. Let's say target that we have right now is 4K. So let's go. So guys, let's go, everyone. Let's start. Let's move ahead and let's get the logic of clicking. Okay, and let's get the data for that food item. Guys, actually, we have it here, but we just need to display it. See, again back. When you type ch, you're displaying the items here. But in this array, let me show you. In the food items array, you also have that, right? If you just display this. If you see, guys, when you type ch, you're getting all these options. But in the real array, you also have those items with all the data, right? See, guys, that means now we don't have to call the API again. When I click on this chicken curry, I have to go in that array, which is my food items, right? In my food items, I have everything, right? So see, whatever food I'm getting from API, I'm setting that to food items. That means in this food items, I have all the data which I'm getting from the API when I type. So if I click on chicken curry, I have to go in this food items and find out the chicken curry element. Right, and get the whole data and display here. Understood, guys? That's what we need to do. Should we do that, everyone? Should we do it, guys? Please tell me quickly, everyone. Let's go and let's do it. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll go in this map and let's create a listener or an event, click event, something like that. So when I click on this P item, that's when I want to do it. Okay. So on click of this P item, I want to call a function. But in that function, guys, I also want to send a parameter. So first of all, my function will be function, display item. And guys, in this, I'm expecting a ID of food. That means whoever calls this function, give me the food item ID. Give me the food items ID. Is that clear, guys? Give me the food items ID. Okay, nice. So now on click, now guys, you need to pass a parameter. So we're not going to be using the first way of calling the function like this. Because if we do this, then how are we going to pass the parameter? That's not allowed. That is not allowed, right? We have learned it in React. That is not allowed. So we have to do this. We will call one function. And inside this function, we'll call our function, display item. Right, guys, everyone? So on click, I'm calling this function. And inside that function, we are calling display item where we can pass brackets. And guys, ID we have available here, right? This item gives the ID. We are also displaying it here. The same ID will pass as parameter here, like this. And that's it, guys. So whenever I click on the P item, call this display item function and pass the item ID into that. Now to confirm if it is working or not, let's print that ID just to test. So console.log ID. Let's see what are we getting in here. So ch, and now see if I click on chicken curry, I get chicken curry's ID. If I click on chana masala, I get chana masala's ID. If I click on butter chicken, I get butter chicken's ID, which is coming from this array only, guys. See, the IDs are coming from this array. Chicken curry's ID 2C5, 2C5. Butter chicken's ID is, chana masala's ID is 2C9, 2C9, 2CE, 2CE. See that, everyone? Understood? So now we are able to get the ID. Are we cleared, guys? Actually, why ID? We can also get the whole item. We actually have the whole item with us. Why? To perform the array logic. Guys, come on. We don't have to pass the ID. Let's pass the whole item. Let's pass the whole item. Is that clear, guys? Let's simply pass the whole item. Is that clear, guys? Everyone, please confirm that quickly. Or actually, we don't even have to do this. Technically, we don't even have to do this. Let me show you one proper way. We don't even have to call this function. We don't even need this function display item. No, actually, no. We don't even need this. I have one more way, better way of doing it. Okay, let me show you. So now I'm going to create a variable, state variable again. See, food items, guys, food items is storing the whole collection of food coming from API. Okay. I'll create one more variable which will be responsible for only storing one food. So I'm going to call it as food. That's it. Food. Food. Set food. Initially, guys, initially it will be null. Is it clear, guys? Initially, this food will be null. That's why let me show you. If I print it, you'll see, guys, if I print it in the use effect, initially it will be null. So if I print the food, you'll see it's null. Clear, guys? Now what I'll do is, as soon as I click on any food items p tag, I will call set food, that function, and I'll pass my current food item as that food. So whatever food item I have currently, for which I'm displaying the name and ID, I'll pass that item to this food variable. So I will call set food, pass that item, and that item will come in this food variable. That's it. So now I'll check. Initially it's null. If I type ch, here we go. And if I click on chicken curry, here we go. So that food which was initially null, now it's having this whole food element. Is it clear, guys, everyone? Understood, everyone, what's happening here? So no need of a separate function. No need of a separate function. Okay. So we create a food variable, which is initially null. As soon as I click on the p item of any food, as soon as I click on the p element of any food item, I simply set that item. I basically do this. I give that item to the food variable. Okay, guys, I hope you're understanding, everyone. Okay, I have no one has forgotten all this setting and getting logic, all the state changing logic. So I'm simply giving this item to this food variable by using, we know, if we want to change the value of a state variable, we always have to use the setter function. So we are using it. Set food and that item. And that's it, guys. That's all. Now then, let's go ahead and let's perform the display logic. Everyone ready? Guys, ready, everyone? Shall we do it? And also, guys, now you know what I'm thinking. I'm actually... Okay, if I create a separate component, then it will become a little tricky, maybe. Or we can actually create a separate component to, make the logic a little better. But yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. First of all, let's go ahead and let's display it. So this, where is the search results ending? Search is ending here. Okay, input box. Okay. Now after this, let's go and let's display the food element. Let's go, guys. So display, sorry, why I'm calling display? Div element. Let's give it a class of food, single food, basically. Let's go. Dot food. Let's give it the width of 100%. Height of something like, for now height of, no, actually no height. Let's give it a padding only. So padding, top bottom of 30 pixel, left right of 0 pixel. And for now, background color of red, just to test. Okay, you can see it is going on side because the right now display flex, by default display flex is side by side. Okay, for the track container. So let's make sure the track container, you're going to be having a display, or we can have flex direction column. So here we go. Now they are one below each other. Is it cleared, guys? Everyone? Okay, all set, cleared. And Utpal, we are not going to be making multiple cards because at one time we'll be only displaying one item. Is it cleared, buddy? Okay. So now in that red element, guys, we need to display the food element. So whatever item we have, that we need to display in here, inside this box. So first, the image. Everyone, first the image. So let's create a div. Give it a class of food-img. Let's give it some CSS quickly. So dot food hyphen img, width of 100%, height of 300 pixel, background color of blue, just to test how it is looking. It's quite big, little less height maybe. So 200 pixel. Yeah, and inside this we're going to be displaying the food image. Okay guys, and first of all let's create the complete template quickly, and after that I want to display the food name, whatever it is. So h2 tag in which I'll display the food name. So food name. Okay, it will come here like this. Okay, and after that the nutrients, so protein, carbs and all that stuff. So for that case I'm just thinking, should I just go in a single line or should I go in a table format? I'm just thinking for that. So we can actually go for a table format in here for nutrients. How many nutrients we have? Let me just see. We have calories, we have carbohydrates, we have fat, we have fiber, we have protein. So five information. So calories we can display on top in a big size because that's what mainly people want to see. Okay, and then carbohydrates, fat, fiber, everything can be on side by side, small text, right? So yeah, let's go guys, let's go. Let's display everything now. So actually calories we can display in the side of the food name only. So here only. It will be much more easier to see, right? So something like 100 cal, like that. So yeah, 100 cal. So food name, it is of 100 calories, like this. Simple idea, right? And then after that, we can display the other items here. So, okay, first of all, to this food, I'm going to give display of flex and flex wrap. Okay, cool. So now, first of all, let's see. Looks fine. All good. Now one div which will be of, let's say, we'll call it as nutrient, something like that. Inside this, let's say I want to display protein. So protein, we'll have two p tags here. P tag. Let's give it a class of end title, which is not end title, okay, which is nutrient title, in which we'll write something like, let's say, protein, okay, and one more p, which will give a class name of n value, which is nutrient value. Yes, why not? But we'll be repeating it. We'll be reusing it. Don't worry, Stephen. But yeah, definitely if there's a component which is having a, you know, if there is an element that you're creating that requires a complete different CSS than everything else, then definitely you have to write CSS. Yes. So let's n value guys 230 grams. Okay. Now let's quickly style this element quickly. What's the name? Nutrient. Width of 50%. 50% and padding top bottom of 10 pixel and 0 pixel from left right, and for now background color green, just to see if we can. Yep, here we go. You can see that, right? Like this, protein 230 grams, like that. And after that, we can just copy this and we'll see there will be one more box with no other CSS. Okay, and but they are going one below each other. Why is that? We have flex, right, to food. Display flex, by default they should all go side by side. Oh, I gave it to the wrong place. I've given to the image. So sorry guys. I have to give it to the food, the parent. Yep, now it's fine. Yep, now it's fine. See that? Okay, all set guys. So side by side. And just like that, there are four nutrients in. Yep. I gave it at the wrong place. Here we go guys. We wanted something like this and we have it. So I gave the flex to the image, this blue element. I actually wanted to give it to the red element. So yeah, that was my mistake. All good. Is it cleared guys? Everyone, are we cleared with this? All set. Please tell me, are we cleared with this, everyone? Okay. And now everywhere else we can just display carbs, Then we can display, something like, what do we have? Fat. And then we have what? Fiber. Something like that. Now don't worry guys, we'll replace the values with proper values. Don't worry about that. We'll definitely replace the values. And after this, what we need to do is we need a button of tracking. That's all. So one button at the last, just for, performing a track option. Okay, no, not only track guys, not only track. First, an input field in which we can mention the quantity of how much I have eaten. Is that clear guys? We need an input field in which I can mention how much quantity I have eaten. Okay, and also we have to display that this data is for 100 grams only. This data is for 100 grams only. Is that clear guys? We need to perform that calculation. I hope you're getting my point. This data is for 100 grams only. So we need to perform that calculation as well. Have we performed that calculation in the API? I think no, right? Guys, have we performed that calculation in the API? Have we done that? Maybe yes. I can't remember. You guys tell me. Did we do that calculation in the API or did we not? We'll see. We'll see when we track. We'll see if we have done that calculation. We'll see that. Don't worry. We'll see that. When we fetch the track food, we'll see that. Okay, for now, we need an input field in which the user can mention how much he has eaten. Now, guys, in this case, I'm simply asking the user the grams. In a real-time app, you can ask for cups, spoons, all that stuff. Okay? Okay, yes, Sabri, yes, definitely. That's the plan. So input type, let's say number. Okay. And placeholder quantity in grams. See guys, if you in future if you're taking spoons and all that stuff, internally it will all be still grams. It's just you'll be converting 1 spoon to 20 gram or 3 grams, one bowl to 40 grams, something like that. So in this case, we are only working with 100 grams and any quantity that you pass. So basically, I'm asking the user, you tell me how much quantity you have eaten. 20 gram, 30 gram, 40 gram. Yes, we'll do it in the front end today. So in our case, we'll do the calculation today. Okay, but you can also enhance it by adding that katori option, bowl option, spoon option. But guys, internally, you have to mention this, that one bowl is 40 grams. That means you will not ask the user to insert 40 grams. You will not ask the user to insert 40 grams. He will insert one bowl. You will convert one bowl to 40 grams. But guys, in this case, we are asking user to put the grams, 40 gram, 30 gram. That's, that's one enhancement that you can do in future. Okay. And then one simple button. Track this food. Okay, all set. And now let's style this input as well. So I'm simply going to give a class of INP. That's all. So class of INP. And all set. We have this, guys. Okay. And now some gap is required between all them. So let's quickly go ahead to the food and let's give some gap. So row gap of 10 pixel. Looks nice, right, everyone? Looks really, really nice. Don't worry. It will when I just remove the red. Now looks good. And also when I just remove the green. Okay, see, now it looks nice, everyone. Now, just at proper places, we need to put proper things. That's it. And see, guys, one more thing. When I type things, there's one problem going on that it just pushes my elements down because this thing is coming in between. This search result is coming in between. Getting my point? So if you don't want that, just go to the search result and give it a position of relative. Sorry, absolute. So search result, I want to give you a position of absolute. And now see, so now even if you type, it doesn't go anywhere. But now actually it's not going till its parent. So who is search results parent? Who is search results parent? Search result, where is search result? Search result, who is parent? Search. So to the search, you have to give position of relative. Okay. So dot search, your position will be relative so that you can handle your child. Yeah, now it's fine. See now? So it's coming on top now, guys. It's not, just pushing it down. It's coming on top. Simple CSS logic. Now guys, time to actually just display the proper data that we are searching for. And also guys, we will only display this whole thing if there is some food item. Otherwise, we won't display this. So we'll do that later on. But first of all, let's see if we can fill out the data. So now guys, let's go. First of all, we will only display this food, this whole food. Okay, we'll only display this whole food. Now guys, one thing I'm thinking of here is just an idea. Should we just create a separate component for this? Because there is too much HTML now in this component. What say guys? Should we just create a separate component for the food and we can pass the data through props? Won't it be much more better, guys? Won't it be much more better? You guys tell me. So let's create a separate component for this, right? Single food item. So new file, let's call it as food.jsx. Okay. Export default food. Okay. In future, we'll send some props, but right now, return. And let's copy that HTML or JSX, whatever it is, from here. So the whole food, guys, the whole food from here to here. Now we'll see it should be much more better looking than the previous one. And we'll see the output is still same. So now we have a food item separately, guys. And now here we need to just import it. So food. That's it. Much more better, right? Now we don't have to write that much HTML. See, only food. But we know that in this place of food, we are getting this whole HTML or JSX. And see, the output is still same. Amazing, right? And guys, if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe, guys. Let's go for 4K. Let's go. Okay, cool then. So guys, the output is not changing. But now the issue is, see guys, the issue is initially my food item, my food whole JSX was here. So it was easy for me to insert data which is inside this food in that JSX. But now my JSX is somewhere else. My component is somewhere else. So guys, I need to send my data there. Yes or no, guys? We need to send our data there, right? We need to send the food item that I have into that component so that that component can use it. So guys, how do we send data inside a component, everyone? Come on, quickly tell me. How do we send data inside a component, guys? By using props. So food, okay, equals, we'll send that food that we have. Or let's call it as item here, single item. Okay. So I'm calling the property name as item and I'm sending the food object. The food object that I have here, the food. Okay, let's have it for some time. So the food object that I have here, I'm sending it as a prop. Okay. And now here, we know we'll receive it here in props. Okay. So props. Okay. Now everywhere, guys, whatever you want to display, up to you. So props dot food dot name, right? And now guys, just like that, okay, there's some issue because of we're writing only half the things. Yep. So also I'm going to apply some condition here. See, initially there is no food. That's why it's telling me that I cannot read the name property of the food object. Why? Because we have not searched anything yet. So I'm going to say that until I perform search or until I have the food item available, don't even bother to display this food item. Because you'll get this error, guys, otherwise. See, until you have searched, until you have got the food item, how can I say that display food name? Because till now, I have not even got the food from the API. So how can I display that? It's null. And if you're trying to display a null, it will give you an error. That's why I'm going to say until. So if food is not equal to null, then only display this food component. Otherwise, fine, nothing, just null. And now you'll see you should not have any error. Now only when you have, when I click on chicken curry, as soon as I click on chicken curry, Okay, there's some issue. What is that now? Why are we getting an error now? It should not be like this because our food item is getting here, right? We have the food. Are we not setting it? Are we not setting it? It should. It should. As soon as I click on the food item, it should call set food and it should send it here. Then what's the issue? Let's see. Are we not getting the data in here in the props? We are getting it. Then what's the issue? Maybe we are getting it late. That might be one issue. Maybe we are getting it late. Okay. So what we can do is we can apply the null coalescing operator so that if it is null, it's fine. If it is not null, display it. So we can add a question mark there. Yep, much more better. But where's the name now? Guys. My bad. What is the name of the property, guys? We are sending food, but what is the name of the property? Item. That means we'll be receiving item name here. My bad. But guys, I hope it's fine now if I do this right. My prop name is also food, and the data that I'm sending, the object that I'm sending, that's also food. So actually, we don't need an optional chaining here. We don't need. I thought we are getting null. I forgot that I have given the wrong property name. Okay. So yeah, I gave the name as item. So guys, I hope it's fine, right? I gave item so that you guys don't get confused. So see, this food is my variable which I have, this one, and this is my property name, food. But they can be same. It's okay. So now we'll display props dot food dot name, and now it should be fine. So see, here we go, chicken curry. Okay, everyone. Now we have the chicken curry here. Amazing. Hopefully. Okay. And now, guys, one more thing. Rather than writing props.food.name, props.food.calories again and again, you can perform destructuring here and extract the food property directly so that you don't have to write props again and again. So guys, I hope everyone remembers destructuring from JavaScript. So we destructured the props and extracted the food variable. And now we can directly use the food variable rather than, using props.food everywhere. Now here guys, we want to display calories. So food.calories and see. Okay, some issue again. Props is not defined. Oh, sorry. I'm still console.logging it, right? See guys, chicken curry 110. And also don't forget to mention calories. So kcal, something like that. Okay, see kcal. Now let's go ahead with the protein. So protein, food dot protein. See, 15 gram. Carbs, food dot carbs. Okay, what is the property name? Is it carbs or is it carbohydrates? It's carbohydrates. See, again there might be some issue. Again, there would have been an issue. So carbohydrates. Then for fat, we have only fat. So food dot fat. And here we'll have again food dot fiber. And hopefully, see that guys? Okay, what's happening with fiber? Don't we have any fiber in this? There is, okay, fiber, ER. It's not BRE, it's ER. So fiber. Sorry. Here we go guys. So now you can see, right, everyone? Protein 15 gram, carbs 5 gram, fat 4 gram, fiber 2 gram. Okay, everyone. Is it cleared, guys? And also let's mention that this is only for 100 grams. So for that, we'll go here. Do we have the quantity here? Okay, we have not mentioned the quantity because we know by default every food item is of 100 grams only. We have done that. Internally in our database, guys, every food item by default is of 100 grams. So what we'll do is we'll display the grams here, like it's 100 grams only. So we'll create a variable of grams. So we'll create a state variable, const grams, set grams equals use state, and initially it is 100, guys. Initially it is what? 100. Is it clear, guys? So we'll just mention that it's 100 grams. So we'll just go here, grams, okay, or something like this. For grams, this is my variable, okay, that is this one, grams, and I can also write gm, something like that, or g. Okay, so now see, chicken curry 110 cal for 100 grams. Cleared, guys? And maybe we can use a different size here, h3 maybe. And that's nice, everyone. Here we go. Chicken masala, see, just changes. Fish curry, it changes. Butter chicken, it changes. See that, guys, everyone? Are we cleared now? Can you please quickly confirm that? Are we all cleared, everyone? Understood, guys? Please confirm that. Are we all cleared? We have, okay, we forgot to display the image. Okay, let's also display that. Sorry. Let's go. That's what I was thinking. Something is looking empty. I was unable to think what, but something was empty. Okay, so let's go and quickly src. It's going to change, Kanan. It's going to change. Don't worry. That is the reason. But I completely commend your question, Kanan. That, guys, why? Why did I make grams 100 as a state variable? Why? Guys, the reason, because in future I'm going to change this grams. That's why. Otherwise, if I just wanted to display 100 and if everything is 100, I would have just written 100 here. Why I created a variable for a constant value? Because it's not a constant value. We are going to be changing it. Is that cleared, guys? That's the reason. Now don't worry. But again, Kanan, claps for that, for asking that question. Okay. Now then, where were we? Displaying the image, right? Let's go. Image src, and inside image, guys, we have the image URL. So simply, whatever it is, food dot image URL. And it's quite big. It's quite big. So let's quickly style it as well. So class food hyphen image. Food hyphen image. By default, your width will be exactly same as your parent, which is 100%. And guys, also to food img, which is the parent div, give overflow hidden, so that if any part of the image is going outside, it should be hidden. And see, something like this. And you can also increase the height a little bit if you want now. So let's say 250, something like that. Or maybe 300, something like that. Now 300 should be fine. Oh, sorry, 300. And guys, amazing, right? Here we go. And also we can give a border radius to this. So border radius of 10, or maybe 5 pixels. And see, so now if I go ahead, P, now we get paneer tikka. Click on paneer tikka. Why is the image not changing now? Oh, it changed. It took a little time, guys. See, why it took a little time? Because we don't have the image with us. Image is coming from internet. So it may take some time. I hope you understand, guys. We have not downloaded the image. Okay. And also now we can remove the blue color. And also the height which I have given, let's keep height as auto. That means height of this will be depending upon, then there is no use of overflow hidden then. Actually, there's no use of overflow hidden. Yeah. So palak paneer, here we go. The image will take a little time. You can see that, guys. Butter pulao. See that, guys? What is what? What is what's the question? Return. Return means returning data from a function. So whenever you return something from a function, then when you that time you mention return. Is it clear? Beauty is help. So whenever you return something from a function, see in this case, this function food, like it's a JS concept. This function food is returning this JSX. But in React concept, a function is considered as a component. So in this case, this function is getting considered as a component. Okay, and this return, whatever I return from this, that is considered as the component's UI. That's how React has, made it. But generally, this is the function and this is the thing that you're returning. So anywhere you call this function, at that place, this data will be available. That's the general idea. General idea is this. See, general idea is this. You have a function, just to give you idea. So function do something. And if you say I'm returning 23 from this function, that means now wherever you call this function, at that exact place, you'll be getting a value of 23. So return means returning something out from the function. So wherever you call this function, at that place, this 23 will be available. Is that clear? That's what return means. Returning something outside the function. So wherever you're going to call this function, at that place, this data will be available. So whatever you return, that data is available wherever the function is called. If you want to know more about it, beauty is help, you should watch my complete JS crash course. There I have explained functions and all this stuff in very detail. Okay, so I would suggest you to understand and learn JavaScript properly once, just once. And after that, these all things will be very clear. Okay. But in React, that return is behaving differently because they have made it to behave differently. So guys, everyone, are we cleared here? Please tell me. All set. So now you can see, right? Now I don't know if I have some other food items as well. I don't know. Fish curry, let's see. Here we go. Fish curry as well. So yep, a lot of cool things here. Okay, you can see, right? Everything is changing, guys. Fish curry, 130 cal for 100 grams. Protein this much, carbs this much, fiber this much. Whatever it is. So guys, I hope this is all cleared, everyone. I'm really, really hoping this. Guys, okay. So the first thing is done. So guys, now we have done search food item. It's working. And also we forgot, we also have one more feature, that is display food item. We have also done this. So now we have done search and we have done display. How do you get the images? How do you? I searched and copied the URLs and put it in database. That's it. It's coming. See, it's coming from internet, but the URLs, they were found by me. So I go to Google, I search like, give me fish curry images. I copy one of the whichever image I like. So I like this image. So I copied the URL of this image and pasted it in my database. Put it in my database. Is it clear, guys? Perfect, everyone. Hopefully you guys got the idea. Hopefully. And guys, in database, are we sure we are not calculating? Like in the API? Are you sure? Let me just confirm once, guys. I just want to confirm if I'm not calculating or not. Just want to confirm once. If I'm calculating or not. Even though it's fine if you're not calculating, it's okay. But just want to confirm that once. Wait, let me just check. Guys, don't worry if you have not seen the API development logic. Don't worry about that. So let me quickly open a new window. I just want to see if in the API, I have done the calculation logic or not. So let me quickly see it. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? In the live stream, in Node.js API development. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. In the track, we should have like, that is the place where I would normally do. So I want to check if I've done that. Where's track? Okay, no, we have not done that. Okay, so it's okay. Yes, we never calculated. That's good. That's good. No issues. Now we'll calculate it. Now we will calculate it. Shall we, guys? No issues. So now, guys, let's go. Time to perform calculation. Just wanted to confirm if I have done something. Like, that's it. I keep forgetting things. So yeah. So guys, how do you get the food images here? Like, how do you put them together? Stephen, in this case, I just, see, in the API only, I inserted some food items already. 10, 20 food items. Okay, that's what I've done already. But they didn't have images. So now, whatever food items I have inserted, I search images for them separately and I just pasted their URLs. That's all I have done. That's all. So right now my image URL is also coming from API. I don't have the images stored with me. They're all third-party images. I'm just using them for educational purpose in my channel. That's all. I have not downloaded them. I don't own them. Okay. Okay. And also guys, if you're enjoying the session so far, please do like the video, guys. Please do like the video. Let's aim for 40 likes. Let's aim for 40 likes. Okay. So now guys, ready everyone? Now let's do the calculation part. That is tricky. Not tricky, but that's something we need to understand properly. So guys, now you tell me, how will we do the calculation? If we know that something is of 100 grams, like for 100 grams, you have 20 gram of protein. So for 20 gram, how much protein you'll have? How do we do that calculation, guys? I think in that case, we can do the cross multiplication, right, everyone? Like that, I think that is the thing we have learned in our childhood, right, everyone? The cross multiplication logic. It's like this, right? For 100 grams, if you have 20 grams of protein, so for 150 grams, you have X, right guys? Basic math, correct? So what do? You do cross multiplication, right? So you do X multiplied by 100 equals to 20 multiplied by 150, maybe, right? So guys, what is 20 multiplied by 150? Can you please tell me? Guys, what is 20 multiplied by 50? Come on, tell me. Is it 3500, something like that? Guys, or 300? What is it? Sorry, not 300, 3000, sorry. Is it 3000 like 3000? Come on, tell me, guys. So is it 3000? That is 3000. So you have X into 100 equals 3000. So next calculation will be what? X equals to 3000 by 100, in which 0 will simply go away. So you will remain 30. That means you ate 30 grams of protein, right, everyone? That's the calculation, right? Basic cross multiplication. That's what we need to do. Correct? Simple. So for every item we can do this. For calories, for protein, for fiber, for carb, for everything we can do the exact same thing. We can update all the properties. Right, guys? So that's it. So X into 100. So basically, for 100 grams, you have 20 grams of protein. So 20 into the amount you're consuming, the amount of food you're consuming. Okay. Divide by 100. That's all. Basic is 100 grams. So 20. So basically, if I clear the frame, so now what will we do for 8 grams of carbs? We'll do 8 into, let's say we are eating 150 grams. 150 divided by 100. That will be the logic, right, everyone? Correct? To get the number of carbs for 150 grams. Right, everyone? So basically 8 divided by 100 multiplied by whatever grams you're eating. Simple, right? 8 divided by 100 multiplied by whatever grams you're eating. Okay. Yes, we just started a new math class today. Okay, so guys, got the idea, everyone? Okay, so our formula simply is, we know that all these values are for 100 grams. So if you want anything for like 250 grams, simple idea is, whatever value you have for 100 grams, that is 8, divide by 100, multiplied by whatever grams you're eating. So let's say you're eating 1000 grams. So put 1000 here. That's it. That's all. That is all you need, guys. That's the formula. The amount you get from 100 grams divided by 100 multiplied by the amount you're going to be eating. So if I'm eating, let's say in this case, yes, kind of, exactly, kind of. But we need to make a formula. So we can't always rely on 0.08, right? So the formula will be, okay. So the formula will be the protein value. For protein, the formula will be the protein value divided by 100 multiplied by the grams you're eating. Final formula. Okay, because our base formula is for 100. So guys, let's go everyone, let's go. Let's check it out. Let's check it out at least. Okay. So guys, first thing what I'm going to be doing here is, see, one thing. Whatever food I'm getting, from props, I am going to be storing it in a variable. Now, it's very important because I'm going to be doing so many calculation. So I need some place where I can track everything. Okay. So let's create one more variable called as food. Here also, food. And let's also make a state variable called as set food. Okay. Food and use state. And guys, now, which will do what? Whatever we are receiving from props, that food will be passed here. Is that clear, guys? So props dot food. So whatever food I'm getting from props, I'll pass that as a value for my state variable, and you will see that everything is still fine. Oh, what's the issue? Why is this happening? It's working. All good, all good. It's fine. So guys, see, whatever food I was getting from props, initially I directly displayed it. Now what I did, whatever food I was getting from prop, I get that food and store it in a food variable for this component, for my food component. Now whatever calculation I do, I can do it in this variable. Is it cleared, guys? Everyone, please tell me. Are we cleared with this, everyone? Can you please tell me? Guys, are we all cleared with this? Can you quickly confirm that, everyone? So now we'll have a function. Okay, let's call it as calculate. Okay, calculate macros, something like that. Calculate macros. Okay, and here I'll read the value of that, input field. So event. We don't want to remove that. We don't want to remove the search this box because sometimes we want to search something else. So in our app, we don't want to remove that. That's it. But if you want, you can just put a condition and remove it. Like if you have got the food item, just simply put a condition. It will be removed. Simple. But in our case, we don't want to remove because you never know. A person might search something and then he changes his mind. No, I want to search something else. Then will he go back and forth to different pages or will he search for the search box? No. So what I want is you search for a food item, see the details. If you want to search something else, you have on the same page, just you have one more food item. Is it cleared, buddy? Are you cleared, Akhilesh? Can you please tell me, are you cleared with this? Okay. So guys, let's do the calculate macros thing, everyone. Shall we? Let's do the calculate macros thing, guys. Let's go, and let's do calculate macros. Quickly, everyone. Shall we? So now, first of all, we need to read the value of the input field. So, whenever I start typing, okay, and when we get it, now as soon as I, start typing in this, like let's say 1, 2, my value should start changing. So I need to calculate the values. But first of all, let's print it here. So console.log event.target.value. And also guys, I'm going to be calling this function on where? On my input field. On change calculate macros. Is it clear, guys? And also perform this only if the field is not empty. So if event.target. Or you can store it somewhere, guys. Let's get a const or let value. So let value, or let's call it as let grams, not grams actually. Let eaten, or let's put quantity. Why I'm confused with the names today? Quantity, something like that. Okay, so quantity. So let's put that there. Event.target.quantity. Quantity. Oh, sorry. Why quantity? Value. So whatever you are getting as value, you're putting in quantity. And if quantity dot length, that means there's no text. So dot length is not equal to 0, then only perform this. Oh, that gray box. Okay. Yeah, we are removing it, right? We are removing it. Whenever we close the value, we remove it. Okay, you also want to do when you click, right? You can also do that. We'll do it, don't worry. That is just a finishing touch. So guys, first of all, let's see if it is working. So if I type something, you can see, right? Everyone, can you see that? Guys, see that everyone? So it's working, right? And only when it is empty, it doesn't print anything. See, it doesn't print anything. Cleared, guys? Now then, the calculation logic. Ready, everyone? Guys, are you ready? Shall we do it? Please tell me. So if I type 300, everything here should become for 300 now. Let's do the calculation inside this box. So we have this food object. We have this food. Let's do the calculation. Everyone. So let's change the state. Set food. First, we'll get the previous state. So previous state means previous food item. Correct, everyone? Which was stored initially. Previous state. Okay, everyone. I hope you're understanding this. Hopefully. Okay, should I calculate it like this or should I just do the basic calculation? That's also I'm concerned about now. Like here I'm just trying to, doing some fancy move and making it look a little complicated. We can do the calculation separately and then we can pass the object. We can also do that. But I just don't want to make any copy. So yeah, let's do it. So let's call it as previous food. So guys, see, I hope you remember that inside this, you get the previous state which was there in this. That means the initial food item. Remember that, guys? Whenever in set function, you call a function, anonymous function, in that parameter, you get the initial value or the previous value. Not the initial value, but whatever it was before changing. Remember that, guys, everyone? So if you pass a function in a set function, set state function, in that function, you get a parameter inside which you get the previous state, right? Before the current change. So let's go and let's do it here. So let's change the properties. Previous food dot first change its grams, the quantity. So grams is already there. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So now I'm thinking whatever quantity we are getting, that we need to change. So previous food dot protein equals to previous food dot protein multiplied by the new quantity and divided by 100. Now guys, first of all, for your better understanding, let me tell you what I'm doing here. See, so initially, guys, in this food variable, in the state variable, you have loaded some food which is coming from props, which is, guys, what? Which is this, right? Everyone, do we have a food item here? Okay, which is this, right, guys? That means initially you have this whole thing. Correct, guys, everyone? Can you please understand that, guys? Please tell me. So initially you have this. Initially you have this. Correct? So initially in the state, you have this calorie, protein, and all this stuff. Yes or no, guys? Can you please confirm that quickly? Yes or no? Come on, quickly, guys. I want your complete understanding. So please tell me. So when you loaded the food for the first time, in this food variable, you have this. Yes or no, guys? Tell me quickly. Come on, guys. Are you guys there? Answer me quickly. Is it that delayed? Okay. Now, what I'm doing is, I'm simply changing this value completely. I'm simply changing this value completely. Okay, guys, I'm simply changing this value completely. That's what I'm doing, just to show the user that these are the values that we are changing. Okay, so now how are we doing it? I'm saying set food, which is this function, and inside that, guys, we get previous food. That means whatever was the value last time. So this was the value last time, right? This was the value of the state variable last time initially. So I'm saying, okay, whatever is the previous food, take its protein, and inside its protein, now I want a new value, and the new value is whatever protein there was multiplied quantity divided by 100, whatever quantity that the user is written. Understood, guys, what we did here? So we took this protein, previous food dot protein equals to that protein only. So inside this property, I'm saying whatever is the value of this property, which is 6 multiplied by the quantity divided by 100. So whatever value we'll get now, set it back to protein. So we are setting it back. So we take 6 into, let's say, some quantity of 150 divided by 100. Whatever is the new value, we change it with that. So we change it to, let's say, now 67, something like that. And same I'll do with each and everything. Is it cleared, guys? With carbs as well. Understood, everyone? Understood what we are doing here? Please tell me. Is it cleared, guys? Are we cleared with this? Okay, and same with each and everything now. I'll change the carbs. I'll also change the fat. And I'll also change the fiber. Sorry. Wait. Yes. Fiber. And finally the calories as well. So I'm taking a one property and I'm changing it for everyone. So calories. That's it. Is that clear, guys? Everyone? Okay. So we know that initially in my food, we had whatever food we had, right? Whatever we loaded, whatever we are displaying, that food we had. Into that object only, so set food, get the previous object and change all its values with the new value. And then return that new food, which is previous food only, which is changed already. And now this previous food, which was done with the calculation and all that stuff, will go as a property of the new one. Will set as a property of, will change basically. That's it. That's the whole idea, guys. So now we know whatever you return from the set food function, that goes as a new value of food. So rather than calling it previous food, let's simply call it as food only. Food. So that it's much more understandable. So guys, see, set food, inside which you already have the food available, which is your state variable. So guys, your state variable's value is already available here. I'm saying, okay, in that state variable, whatever protein is there, take that protein, multiply it by quantity, divide it by 100, and whatever you get, again set it back to protein only. Okay? Yes, Ritik, why not? Definitely, buddy, yes. And guys, finally, after all the changes, return that food. Now this food will give this food variable a new value. And now you'll see, if you just go ahead and check, let's see if it is working. So CH chicken curry. And now if I see, guys, now if I just go ahead and, do, let's say, this for 100 grams. If I just go ahead and do 120, is it changing? No, I think 300. Okay, it's not changing. Why is that? Is there some issue? There's no issue, then why it's not changing? Okay, guys, okay, got it. See, whenever you read something from an input field, it comes as a string. So you also need to convert this into a number. And yes, guys, the property that we have is carbohydrates, not carbs. So yeah, we forgot that as well. So guys, we need to convert this value which you're reading from text field to the number. Okay. So C, chicken curry. And now guys, time to test 200. But okay, nothing is happening. Why is that? Is the set food not working? Mm-hmm. Yep, now it's working, guys. Again, it was not getting converted to a number. Yeah, now it's fine. See. So first I check if the value's length is not equal to 0, then fine. Then I convert that value to number, store it in quantity, and now then I do the calculation. So now it's working. Yep, hopefully it's working now. So CH, chicken curry. You can see it's for 100 grams. If I put 12 grams, okay, it was working. Okay, 120. Why is it not updating my screen? It is working. It is working definitely. But something is happening. Hmm. The set food is not working. Only when this changes the state, then it works. Why this change of state is not working with that? That's my concern now. Ah, it is not slow. It is not slow. No, no, it's not slow. It is actually not slow. Something is wrong with this. Okay. Got it, got it, got it. See, this is not even re-rendering. This food is not changing, even if I load butter chicken and all that stuff. So once the food is loaded, it's loaded. It's like that. It should not be like this. It should change if I change the food item. But it's not changing here. This props, which is passed, it's not changing. First, that's the issue. Yeah, we can fix that decimal places definitely. But guys, you can see, even the food item is not changing. Like if I pass CH, chicken curry, here we go, we display chicken curry. If I press on chana masala, see, we get that data, but you can see this is not changing. That means this is kind of not re-rendering. But it should re-render, but there is some issue in this. It's kind of not re-rendering. Why is that happening? Now we need to check that as well. But it should re-render. Yeah? This food item should re-render actually, so that the new food can be displayed first. Some issue is going on. Why is this item not re-rendering? New food is not displayed there. You can see that. I think initially it was working, right? Have I mixed it? I changed it, right? Now I changed it. Now I changed it. Because we've mixed props. No, now we have removed that destructuring, right? Now whatever we receive in props, we give it to the state variable. That's all. So maybe it's not giving it to the state variable. Is that something like that is happening? Maybe. No, 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 no. Nothing with private default here. Nothing with private default. Nothing like that. We are getting the data, but it's not changing. Okay, maybe it's changing this state variable, this one, but it's not changing this one. To confirm, we can do this one, this use effect here as well. Because I'm sure that is not changing. That's why it's happening. So see, we get this. If I click on fish curry, see, it's still coming as chicken curry. Butter chicken, see, it's still coming as chicken curry only. So this guy is having the constant food. It's not changing. Why is that happening? Basically, props value is not changing if the state changes. The value I'm passing here, even if the state is changing, I think that's not changing, or it is changing. This is changing, but the problem is here. The state value that is not getting changed. Maybe that's the issue. Whatever I'm passing here, that's not changing. Let's bring the props here just to confirm. Okay, you can see props is giving a chicken curry as well. Okay, nice. Butter chicken. Okay, props is also getting butter chicken. So guys, the problem is this is not changed. When the props is getting updated, this is not getting updated. Okay. So guys, understood what you have to do. So rather than setting it directly, do this. Initially keep it as a blank object and then use effect. When the component loads, for the first time, at that time we'll set the value. So set food props dot food. So basically props is getting the updated food, but it's unable to set it from here every time. It's only getting it there for the first time. Now it should be fine. Chicken curry, chicken masala, not yet. Okay. This is not also working with it. Initially it should be null. Let's see now. Okay, yep, initially it's blank, fine. Next time it should be having, okay, it's not changing, guys. Now that's an issue. Now that is really an issue. There might be some silly mistake I'm making somewhere. Really, really silly mistake I'm making somewhere. Passing food as prop here. No, it's updating because I'm just whenever I save my page, then it gets updated. That's what's happening. Okay. There is some issue going on. There is some issue going on. Okay. Let me do it for every render in the render. Ah, now it's fine. I was doing it for the first render only. Yep, guys. Okay. Perfect, 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 perfect. Forgot that. I was doing it for only one render. I passed a blank array, right? So I was doing it only for first render. I want this set food happen every time my food component re-renders. Is that clear, guys? Everyone? Yep, now it's okay. Got it, everyone got it. So silly mistake again. When I pass the array, so guys see, whenever, remember this now, from now on, whenever you're passing a value of prop into a state variable, don't pass it directly like this. Because if that props value update in the other component, it won't update here. So if you want that, keep your state blank or whatever it is initially and use effect to give the props value to the state variable. So that whenever the component re-renders there, use effect it's called here and then the set food happens. Is it clear, guys? And now if I pass 120, okay, this is still a big issue. Let's see what's happening here. But guys, understood the idea. First thing got the idea. So silly issue, I passed that blank array, my habit of creating use effect. Now this set food is doing something wrong because if this set food is working, this should also work, but it's not working. This set food is not re-rendering our component. Why is that? It is a state variable, right? Yes, it is a state variable. So why is it not re-rendering our component? Why is that happening? We need to also check that now. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Maybe all of this calculation is creating some problem. That might be one case. So should I do it in another way, guys? Should I do it in some other way? Like rather than like this should also work. I don't know why, because in this case we get the previous value, which is whatever we passed initially. Then you do previous values, protein multiplied by quantity, putting back to this, and returning that. So this should change, but it's not happening. So I think we need to go for that logic where we make a copy and change and then. Okay, guys, let's do that. So let guys focus here. I'm saying let copy food. I'll create a copy of the state variable food. Okay, and then I'll perform all these calculations. Or actually, no, I'm going to destructure it. I'll create a deep copy. So I'll destructure it here. Dot food. So I perform a deep copy, and then I perform this whole thing on food copy. All the changes, and then I set food back with this food copy. Now this is much more simpler approach. I was initially doing some advanced approach, but that's fine. Hopefully this should work. Let's first of all, let me test, guys, if it is working. Chicken curry, okay, nice. And now 120. Yep. Okay, no. 12. It's changing, but it's going away. You can see that, guys. It's changing, but it's going away. Why is that? Why is that happening? Last problem. Why is that happening? So see, guys, now what we did is we created a copy of the state variable first in a copy food, and then we make all the changes in the copy food, and then finally set the copy food as our new food in this food. So basically we get all the changes here. But why it's going away now? Okay, guys, big brain time. Big brain time. I'll tell you why it's going away. See, listen to me very carefully. Okay, see, When you change the set food here, guys, very carefully. When you change the set food here, what happens? It calls use effect. Again, when the use effect is called, it calls set food again. And again, it sets back to the initial props food. So every time it is changing, it's again getting back the props wala food. And that means again it's getting back to normal. So see, you make all the changes, you do all the amazing calculation. Nice. Then you perform set food. Nice. The things get changes. Nice. But at the same time, component re-renders. Yes. Use effect is called again. Yes. Again set food happens and again your props food is settled, whatever was initial value which is coming from the other component. That's why it's resetting to 0. Got the idea, guys? So many things happening. Got the idea, everyone? And this doesn't happen, guys. We are doing it live on the spot. So yeah, but I hope you're getting the point. And again, guys, it's best, right? You're seeing all the mistakes as well. So now we need to make sure it doesn't happen. So that means this is also failing a little bit. So we need this use effect so that we get the updated value every time. Okay. Okay, let me just see if I now pass it here, if things change. Just to check, first of all, let me confirm if this is working. Chicken curry, chicken masala, no, that's not. Basically, I have to pass it there only. So guys, we can do what? We can tell this use effect that you should only be called if the props.food changes. Props.food changes. Not every time. Only for this one you'll get called. You'll not be called normally. Let's see now, first of all. Okay, no, that should not work. No. Props, we can't pass it like this here. Oh, sorry. First of all, blank object. Okay, guys. Yeah, perfect. So now this use effect will not be called for every render. This will be called only if the props.food changes. Amazing, right? And now I think it should be working. Hopefully, I'm hoping for the best now. Chicken curry, chicken masala, fine. And now 120 and guys, done. Done. Now we have told this use effect that you'll be only called if the props value changes. Otherwise, you won't be called. Otherwise, you won't be called. So now this use effect is not getting called for this set food. And that's why it's not resetting to initial value. This use effect will be only called if this dependency changes. Cleared, guys, everyone? And now we're getting all these. But these are very bad values. But again, guys, there's some mistake in the calculation. How come for 100 grams the protein was 8 and for 120 grams we are getting some bad protein value? Like see, for 100 grams is 15 grams. So if I pass 200, we should get 30 grams of protein. But why we are getting 0.12? Because there's some mistake. Definitely there's some mistake. Okay, yes, copy food here as well. Sorry. Copy food. Guys, is our calculation correct, everyone? Is our calculation correct? Guys, is our calculation correct? Can you please tell me that? Is our calculation correct? Now that's the main big deal here. Is our calculation correct? Copy food multiplied by copy food into protein, copy food dot protein. Okay, guys, one more thing. One more thing. Our copy food dot protein. Okay, it is coming as a number. But are we sure it is coming as a number? Like, is it? I hope it's not getting converted to a string. Quantity is number. Okay, let's also print this copy food once, just to check what's happening. Console.log copy food. Let's see. After calculation, we'll see that again. Chicken 200. You see? See, guys, we're getting all the wrong values now. Why is this happening? Why is the calculation hampering like this? Is our calculation correct, guys? Is our calculation correct? 8 grams of protein for 100 grams of food into 150. That is 8 into 150 multiplied by 100. So guys, how much is 8 into 150, everyone? So 8 multiplied by 150. You get 1200. And divide by 100, you should get... Okay. Okay. And that's correct. 12. So what's the issue? Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll solve it for you. The calculation looks correct, but what's happening? What's happening? Okay, let's only multiply it by quantity for now. Let's just multiply the protein by quantity. Let's see what are we getting the value. Chicken curry, 200. 100. See, things are not proper here. This 15 grams is for 15 grams is for 100. So if I am passing 200 into 15, what is 200 into 15, guys? 15 multiplied by 200. It should be 3000. But what is our calculation giving us? If I pass 200 here, our calculation is giving us 12,000. Amazing. How is that coming? Okay, something is going on in the calculation. Something is going on. Something is going on wrong in the calculation. What is that? Let me also see, guys, how much we are getting as quantity. Even if we're writing 200, what is the quantity that we are getting? Let me also confirm that. Console.log quantity. What are we getting in quantity? Let me see that. Okay. Hundred. Quantity is 100. For 1000. Something is fishy. Something is going on. Something wrong is going on, which we are unable to figure out in our calculation. But that's fine. We'll solve it, definitely. We will definitely solve it. But first, we need to figure out what's the problem. And again, there might be something very silly which we have done. That's why we're unable to figure out. Okay, first of all, let me remove all these console.logs. Because now they are hampering a lot of things. How it is give us 1500 gram of protein? How come? Like 15,000. How come it is 15,000? Like for 100. For 100, how come it is 15,000? Because if it is 15 into 100, it should be 1500. See, it is 15. So 15 into 100, if I pass 100, it should be 1500. Why it is going till 15,000? And if I divide this by 100, see? Okay, guys, let's do this. Let's try the reverse. I think there's some issue with the divide by 100 multiplied by quantity. Now let's see for protein if it is working. So now I'm saying divide, copy food protein, which is 15, divide by 100, which will be 0.015 definitely, multiplied by quantity. Quantity is 100, should again get multiplied by quantity, right? Something is going on. Something is going on. Let's try it here just to check. I'm doing 15 divided by 100, okay, multiplied by 100. See, here it is working. So what's the issue here? What's going on? Our quantity is coming as 100 only. Really, really strange. Really, really strange. There is something silly which we have done, which we are able to figure out right now. Like whatever is happening, it should give us at least some kind of correct value, right? Protein divided by 100 protein value. And these values are coming as numbers, so it should be fine. I did the same thing here, right, Utpal? It was working. See, it doesn't matter right now. In this case, see, if I do pass 15 multiplied by the quantity, which is 200, and divide by 100. See, it's coming properly. It's coming properly. So this is the same formula we're using, right? Protein multiplied by quantity divided by 100. Correct. That's same what we're using. The same formula of JavaScript we're using here. I don't know what's happening. What's wrong here? Something silly, something strange. See, it goes to 12, I don't know, millions, something like that. Something is fishy. See, how come every time the value is changing? At every calculation, the value is changing. How is that working? Yes, see, initially it is 15. See, if I pass chicken curry, initially it is actually 15. See that? It's 15 for 100 grams. We know that. It's 15 for 100 grams. That's why whatever quantity we pass, see, every time it is adding. How come this is working? Okay. If I pass 2, Okay, guys, understood. Understood. It's because we are doing it on type ahead. See, initially if I pass, see right now it's for 100 grams. If I pass 1 gram, see, perfectly fine, 0.15. Correct. So now we have 0.15 gram of protein. Correct. Now if I pass 10, it should be 0.15, but for 1 it is 0.15. For okay guys, let's do one thing. Let's actually, let's not do this on, what do you say, writing. Let's do it when we, something like when we press enter or when we have a button or something like that we can have. So let's do this. Let's just read the value of quantity and store it in a variable and then calculate later on. So const grams. Let's use this grams as quantity. So quantity set quantity. Initially it's default 100. Okay, fine, nice. Default is 100. Okay, all good. And now whenever we change this function, let's say handle input, we want to set the value. So handle input event. Okay, so we'll do set quantity equals, we'll pass as event dot, so whatever value we are getting, guys, we'll store it in state now. Okay, event dot target dot value. Okay, and now we'll perform the calculation here and we'll also store it in number format. So number. So now, guys, whenever we type, at that time we'll only store, will not calculate. We'll calculate on a button. So let's set a button for calculation just to test what's going on. So button calculate just to test. So we'll understand the issue. One click calculate macros, and here we'll just call as handle input. That's it. And now here we can display quantity variable. Okay. Okay, cool. Nice. Now let's test it. Chicken curry. Okay, nice. Now let me pass, something like 200 and click on calculate. It's not even doing anything now. Did I not call it on calculate? Oh, we have all this, right? Let me remove this now. Let me remove this now. Let me remove this now. Okay, all set. Now let's check it out. Okay. Silly mistakes, all that stuff. Now let's pass 200 here. It's working now. So yeah, that was the issue, guys. That was the issue. While we were typing, it was continuously calculating and adding it to the previous value. Calculate, add previous value. Calculate, add previous value. So that's why it was just concatenating again and again and again. So now we have a separate button and it's working completely fine. Now if I pass, let's say 50 grams, you'll also get the proper value. See? But no, it is still not. Okay, guys. Okay. So the actual issue is we need to always keep the value of 100 grams to perform calculation. We are doing the calculation in wrong way. No. Still not perfect, guys. Still not perfect. This is still not perfect. No. It is still not perfect. I'll tell you why. See, guys, every time we calculate, we are changing the object value. So next time we use this previous value as the new value. See, every time so let's say first time what happened. Let me show you. See, initially, guys, what was the value? Initially it was what? 15 grams for 100 grams. 15 gram protein for 100 gram food. If I pass 200 and click on calculate, so now it's 30 gram proteins for 200 grams, correct? And now the state variable has changed. Now the state variable has changed. Okay. But I think it should still work. If I now pass 50, so guys, I'm expecting around 7.5 grams of protein, correct? Right, guys? So now the calculation, okay, guys, got it. No. So instead of this, instead of 100, we need to pass, why always 100? Because now it is changed, right? Now it has changed, the new quantity. So why we are always dividing it with 100? Because now the protein value has changed. So we can't always divide it with 100. No, we can't. Our formula is a little mistaken. Because see guys, now this is for 200. Now this is for 200. 30 gram protein for 200. So now if I want to calculate for 50 grams, so guys, what now? Now the calculation will change. It will be 30 divided by 200 into 50. Because now we are doing it for 200. Getting it, guys? Getting the whole idea here? Understood. See, initially we were doing it for 100 grams, right? So what we did, if we have getting 8 grams of protein for 100 grams, so 8 into 100 multiplied by, what will we get for 150 grams? Nice. Let's say we calculate and we get 12. But 12 is for 150. So now the new formula will be 12 into 150 divided by whatever quantity you want, 300. So this will also change because your protein value has changed. So for the next calculation, this will also change. So our calculation is not correct, guys. Understood, everyone? Our calculation is not the perfect calculation. I hope you're getting my point, everyone. Got the idea? So, yes, either we have to use the new value for calculation or we have to somewhere store a copy of what it was for 100 grams always. Always. Okay, that is something we need to do then. Or we have to use the new value and the new quantity. Something like that. So got the idea, guys? What was the problem? So now to solve it, there are multiple ways. See, here we have fixed passing 100 always. We should have old quantity and new quantity, something like that. We should have old quantity and new quantity. So we need something like that as well. So what is the old or the better solution according to me, it can be initial values. So see guys, we can create one more variable called as food initial. See, this food will always keep changing depending on the grams. This will never change. This will always be initial value for 100 grams only. Okay, always. So set food initial. Now guys, done. We are done. Equals use state. Okay, this will only change for one time. That's all, for the first time only, not every time. Okay, so let's say this is also blank object initially, and only for first or only whenever a prop changes, this will also change food initial. So set food initial. So guys, we are creating two copies now. Props.food. See guys, now focus. So we know that from props, we are receiving the nutrient value for 100 grams of food. Correct, guys? From props, we are receiving the value of macronutrients for 100 grams of food. And we are setting them in two variables, one in food and one in food initial. Food will keep changing. Food will keep changing depending on the grams. Food initial will always hold the value of 100 grams. What was the value for 100 grams? That's all. So now, here for calculation, you will always use food initial rather than the food which is changing continuously. You will always use the food initial, which was the value for 100 grams. So now you don't have to worry about the calculation anymore. It can always be for 100. Because now you have one place where you have stored the values for 100 grams and it will always store the value for 100 grams only. So for calculation, you will always do it based on 100 grams, No matter what is the quantity, you'll always do it based on the 100 grams. Is that cleared, guys? No matter what is the new quantity, you will always do it based on the 100 grams. Is it cleared, guys? Everyone, are we cleared with this? Can you please tell me? So now that doesn't change. Okay, and now let's confirm if it is working. Okay, nice. Now if I go and put 200, nice 30. Now if I put 50, or maybe 50, and see 7.5, perfect now. So that was the problem. So now what we are doing is we have two objects. Both of them, we have the initially loaded food. We have two objects. Both of them, in both of them, we have the initially loaded food. But this food keeps changing depending on whatever quantity I put here. But this food will always have the initial values of 100 gram. I'm not changing it anywhere. So my calculation for any quantity will be always based on 100 gram, not on the changing quantities. It will always be based on 100 grams. So I'll always prepare the new food values based on the 100-gram food that I have. That means, okay, you want to check how much protein 500 grams have? Don't worry. I'll check it with the logic of 100 grams. So 100 into all that stuff. Is it clear now? So now it is much more better. So my calculation will always depend on 100 grams. No matter how much quantity you pass, my calculation will always depend on 100 grams. That's why I have one copy where I always have the previous value, last value, initial value. So that I don't have to always depend on the new values coming up. Is the idea cleared, guys? Everyone? Is the idea cleared? Yes, that's the issue. Actually, we didn't store for per gram. We should have stored for per gram. We should have stored for per gram. But DigiWorld, what happens sometimes, for per gram of food, you don't have any protein. But maybe for 12 grams, you have some protein like 0.1. So that's the reason. That's why we made for 100 grams. So guys, is the idea cleared now? Please tell me, is the idea cleared, everyone? Are you cleared with the idea now? Can you please confirm that quickly? And I know it was a little hectic, the calculation, but I hope now the idea is clear. And that's what happens, guys. That is the meaning of doing it all live in front of you on the spot. Making mistakes and solving it. That's the ultimate aim. And finally, we solved it, right? No internet, nothing. We solved it. We understood what the problem is and we solved it. Okay. So now it doesn't matter what my quantity is changing. It doesn't matter what's going on. It's just, okay, you ask me, you tell me, please tell me what will be the protein for 500 grams. I have a value where I know for 100 grams, I take 2 gram. We get 2 gram of protein. So wait, I'll tell you what for 500 grams you will get. So I'll do the calculation because I have the initial value of 100 grams. In future, you ask me, okay, tell me what will I get if I eat 600 grams. Wait, I already have initial value that 100 grams give you this. So I'll do the 600 gram calculation. So I'll do the calculation always based on the values of 100 grams which I have. Is that cleared? Is that cleared, guys, everyone? So no matter, you come to me, you ask me, sir, tell me what will be the protein intake of 1200 gram food. Don't worry. I know what 100 gram food gives you. So I can also tell you what 1200 gram gives you. Initially, the problem was we were losing the initial values because this food is changing continuously. So we were losing the calculation every time. That's why we created one more variable where we are always storing. This is for 100 grams. It will never change. So every time you give me new value, I'll calculate it based on this and I'll give you the new food item. You give me new value, I'll again calculate it based on whatever I have for 100 grams, I'll give you new value. So this food will keep changing. You give me some value, this food changes. You give me some value, this food changes. But I have one food item where I'm always maintaining what 100 grams of value contains. Is that cleared, guys? So, yeah, that's the idea. Okay. So, yeah, guys, now we are able to search food items in a very proper manner. It's a types like ahead search. Guys, again, you can improve the design. I'm not focusing too much on the design, because we are doing a lot of development here. So I'm not focusing too much on the design. Okay. But remember that you can make it look much more better. Now, guys, the only thing that is left is clicking on this track food. And then we need one more page where I can see all the foods which I have eaten. Is that cleared, guys? Everyone? Understood? Guys? Hopefully you're getting the point. That's all we need to do now. That is all we need to do. Okay. So guys, now let's end this session here because if I just go on with it, it will take a lot of hours more. And the problem is not the hours. I can take it. But the issue is I don't want to burden you with a lot of things for one single day. So guys, I hope this whole is cleared. This all is cleared. Now, if you're also doing the project, please continue and please make it till here so that on Monday now, guys, not tomorrow, you can take your break. On Monday, we'll be completing this application once and for all. Okay, and guys, I have a plan that next week from Tuesday, we can start one more application where we can go with a little advanced topics. Okay. So don't worry, guys. A lot of projects coming soon. Chill stream positive, yeah, that's the issue. I'm actually completely postponing chill streams for so many days, but definitely it will start from next week. Chill streams will definitely start. Definitely. Chill streams where we can play games and quizzes and all that stuff will definitely start. And guys, one more thing I wanted to ask, what kind of games do you guys play? Like if you guys join my chill stream, I don't want you guys to get bored. So I'm planning to play some game over there and talk to you and all that stuff. So guys, what kind of games do you play? Like I play only a few video games. Like in India we have this BGMI and then some computer games. So what do you guys play? So accordingly, again guys, I'm not very good at any game. I just play anything. I like video games. So only in that chill stream so that we can talk. I'll solve your doubts. We can do quizzes and all that stuff and some gameplay as well so that you guys don't get bored and you can just trash me if I play bad, something like that. So chill streams will be all about fun, interaction, talking, solving doubts, sharing advices, all that stuff. It will be less coding, more of communication. Yeah, we can also play chess. Why not? So you guys can come and you can just defeat me there because I'm also not very good at chess. I just play all the games, but I'm very bad at everything. So yeah. So yeah, definitely. Whatever game you suggest, we'll play that. You can join and we can play together. Why not? Why not? Okay. And maybe I can also give you some amazing gifts if you guys win. Definitely. Okay. So guys, now we'll continue the stream on Monday where we complete this whole application. Okay. And guys, if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also there's a Discord link in the description of the video and also on the channel description. Please join the Discord where I completely keep updating about all the things. Yes, we'll do that. It's under development, Bilal. I'm making it so soon it will be live. Right now I'm traveling a lot. So I just wanted to, complete this project real quick. So yeah. So we'll be doing that video as well. 2024 schedule will be releasing very soon. Very, very soon. Okay, don't worry. Okay. One refresh, a simple calculation. See. So now what we are doing is for refresher, listen. Just to give you idea, see, Akhilesh, I am always keeping a value that, for food, which is 100 grams, just giving you for protein in this case. Protein is 15 grams. Let's say I always have this value. Okay. So now you come up to me and give me a new food value. Okay. You give me a new food value. Okay. My food quantity that you insert in this input box. You tell me, okay, my food quantity is 300 grams or 3000 grams. Like in this case, guys, we have 100 grams. I mentioned 100. Okay. So you tell me, okay, my food quantity is 300 grams. So how much protein? So what I do is I take this as the value and calculate it. And now I have stored this in a separate variable. So it's not going away. So in future, if you change your quantity to 500, I can still take this and calculate it based on this. In future, if you change it to 800, I can still, based on this, calculate for 800. Previously, what was happening? We didn't have track of this value because our quantity was continuously changing. So we were unable to get it for 100 grams because 100 grams is already lost. Initially, it was 100, but we changed it to 500, 600, 800, 1000. So it was 100 grams was lost. That's why we have a separate variable where we are storing this. Now, if you come to me and ask me, okay, what is the value for let's say 1000 grams. So again, based on this, 100 equals 15, 1000 equals what? we are calculating. If you come to me and say, I want for 800, 100 equals 15, so 800 equals what? Again, cross multiplication. So every time we are doing this. So basically the idea is 100 is 15. So 800 is how much? X. So basically x equals to 15 into 800 divided by 100. So this value is always there. So if you change it to 1000 or 12,000, something like that, I always have this value. So it will be always 15 into 12,000. So basically what's happening now is, if you ask me, sir, what will be the value for 12,000 grams of food? So again, same logic, 15 divided by 100 into 12,000. So this will be always constant. Now this will remain constant every time, every day, every single second. Only this will change, quantity. That's the best calculation, right? Initially, we were losing the hold of quantity. We were not placing this anywhere. So our 100 was, we lost 100. Every time this was changing. So now we have made sure that this never changes. Only this changes, and based on this, we calculate the value for this. Is it clear, Akhilesh? That's what we're doing. We are keeping this as constant. So if you ask me for 12,000, I just do 15 divided by 100 multiplied by your new quantity, and I give you new protein. If you ask me for 10,000, I do 15 divided by 100 into 10,000 and give you the new protein. Is it cleared, Akhilesh, buddy? Is it cleared now? Hopefully you're cleared now, buddy. Everyone else, are we cleared with this, guys? So yep, guys, everyone, all set. Roadmap video will be coming soon. I'm planning for Python full stack, Java full stack, and one more JavaScript full stack. So the new year is going to be comprising of 3 to 4 full stack application and web development courses. Okay, guys. So now on Monday, we'll be completing this whole project. Okay, so I hope every one of you will be joining, and Monday it will be 6:30 only. So we'll be completing this whole project, and then from Tuesday, if needed, we can start with a new project as well. Yes, Stephen, the API is also included. Thank you so much, Torres. Thank you so much for your kind words, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. So, yep, guys, now then, I'll see all of you on Monday. Happy Sunday to all of you. Please subscribe and share the channel to your friends. I'll see all of you on Monday. Okay, happy Sunday to all of you. And guys, let's make 4K real quick, hopefully. And it's your power. If you share the video, if you share the things, if you share your learnings with people, hopefully they will subscribe. Hopefully. So let's aim for 4K, guys. Let's aim for 4K by February 15th. Hopefully, if we can reach 4K by half of February, that will be amazing. And don't worry, guys, now it will be continuous streams every day, almost every day, definitely. So, yep, guys, bye bye, everyone. Take care. Happy Sunday to all of you. See you in the next stream and also in the chill stream. Okay, bye bye, guys. Good night, good night, good night, everyone. Bye bye. See you all on Monday, 6:30 p.m., guys. Monday, 6:30, not 4, 6:30.